What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Expeditions Viking. In the previous part, we had a nice little funeral feast, and we were rudely interrupted by a bunch of people who are now very much dead. And tomorrow, we've got ourselves a duel versus Aslife, who left, I believe. Probably did. So we're going to talk to some people, and we're going to discuss our options for this duel. First of all, let's talk to Nefya. Let me fight him. You know what? I can handle him myself, though. And I have to do it. You have the right to ask another to fight on your behalf. If others see that another warrior is willing to risk her life for you, that it's just as worthy of respect as if you beat him yourself. That is what being a Thane is all about. Okay, so let's just see what happens. But it's good to know that she's got my back. Of course, my sword is yours if you change your mind. And then there's Ketu, who got kind of knocked out. I can't believe it came to this. A man that bitter, with sons that stupid, it was just a matter of time. What actually happened out here? I heard loud voices and went to take a look. They were all out here with their weapons, having some argument over whether or not to set fire to the hall. I asked them what they were doing. Not at all in a judgmental way. Otar and Toste ganged up on me and laid me out. I really should have been more careful, but for all of old Erling's bile over the years, I never thought that would go this far. Thanks for looking out for us, though. Of course. Let's see. Feels like the whole clan has turned against me. These tensions have simmered for a long time. Helgi was a controversial Thane. Those he angered fear that you won't bring the change they desire. It's not your fault. We'll have to deal with this guy tomorrow, probably after the duel, yeah. The person that, sent all these guys over here. Erling lost all his sons tonight. No, actually, he still has one. He might well be out for vengeance, but he has no way to get it anymore. So we used an option that involved diplomacy, which actually caused one of our enemies to not fight us and just go home. And that's like the one remaining son. So that actually could turn out in our favor later on. We'll see. Rodgerda. Dark eyes size you up under elaborately braided hair. There's something mysterious and dangerous about this woman. You made short work of those mules. Man after my own heart. How's that? Nobody fucks with me and lives. You seem to be similarly inclined. I took no pleasure in the fight, but they deserved it. Let's say I enjoyed it. She smiles, and you're reminded of the snake on Skeel's banner. Oh, you enjoyed it, did you? Good for you. Might want to keep that sort of thing to yourself in the future, though. Subtlety will take you far, even around here. I'm glad I got a chance to meet you now. I'm sure this won't be the last time we see each other. She holds up her cup in salute, then slithers away into the crowd without asking your leave. Right. Well, clearly it was the smart decision to keep it to myself, but I was just curious to see what would happen. All right, let's talk to our mother. Your mother wraps you in a warm embrace. There's a hint of tears in her eyes. Well fought, my child. Your father would be so proud. There will be another fight tomorrow. Aslife. I know, Aslife is a skilled warrior. You would do well to make some preparations. What can I do? It may not seem like it right now, but most of our clan remains loyal to us. If nothing else, then because they prefer you as Thane over Aslife. Go to Holda in the bog and ask her for help. She's old and wise, and she has many ways to weaken a man. It'll take more than an old hag's brew to beat him. Poison, I want to beat him, not kill him. I don't like to deal with that witch, or a good idea. I don't want to kill him. She runs a graying hand over her graying hair as she thinks. There's another option. Secret may have an idea. She's good at setting traps for the creatures of the forest. She may know a trap large enough for a man. Other than that, Kveldulf may be willing to get you some better equipment. You shouldn't go into duel with those old weapons Helgi gave you for your training. Right, so we have some side quests that just opened up. We can speak to the witch Holda for a poison, speak to Kveldulf the smith for better equipment, and then Sigrid to set a trap. I think we might want to just do all of them, right? As you explore the world, you come across some objects that can be looted or interacted with. Some of these are sometimes deliberately hidden. To see which objects can be interacted with, hold down the highlight all button, which is, I don't know what that is. It's alt. Right, so is there actually anything? Oh, there's some iron in there. So it actually is worth it to check all these objects, but that That could get kind of annoying, right? Are there any others? Right, we got a pot here. Except I can't click it. Can't click that. Alright, some herbs, some cloth. This is probably going to be pretty crucial later on in the game. If we want to find all the possible supplies we can get. The smith Kveldolf has retreated to the familiar confines of his workshop, where he is engaged in an energetic discussion with his wife Daghider. They break it up when they see you come in, and Daghider wanders off to find someone else with whom to gossip. So Erling finally lost control of his idiot sons, did he? Glad to see he made it out of that mess in one piece. It's been a long time coming. Seems like everyone anticipated the attack except me. It has been a long time coming. He nods sagely. Erling's feud with your father has been boiling since they were both young. He spent a long time passing that animosity onto his children, the bitter old fool. I wish you hadn't had to kill them, but under the circumstances, I'm not sure how it could have been avoided. Aslav has challenged me to a duel. Is there anything you can do to help me? I heard. Sorry, my boy, I'm not getting involved. I've known you both since you were small children. Aslav used to help out in the smithy. I won't have either of your blood on my conscience. I don't plan to kill him. I just have to beat him to defend my seat. Such things rarely go according to plan. In the heat of the moment, with a sword in your hand, I won't be responsible. The decision is final. Aslav is a strong warrior. I need him and his axe to defend the clan from our enemies, but you know our clan is safer and stronger with me in charge. That's a leadership option. There's also sense, because we have good sense. Right? Which one's our sense again? 6, alright. Deny my request will not keep him safe, it will only put me in danger. Let's try the leadership option. He crosses his arms and squints at you for a long moment, then he releases a sigh. He does have a poor head for tactics, but I will not give you steel to swing against him. However, I can help you stay safe. Here, let me get you a good sturdy set of quilted armor. It'll serve you better than that shirt you're wearing. He disappears into the back of his shop and reemerges with a thick quilted shirt in his hands. He presents it to you with a solemn nod. This is the best I can do to aid you. If the fight goes well, you can keep it. Thank you. And then he says a bunch of stuff that I don't know what that means. Just be careful out there. With that, he seems to decide he's done enough smithing for today, and he starts the nightly ritual of meticulously putting his tools back in their place. So that is the first option. We got some cured armor, which, let's see, we actually are not wearing any armor right now. So that gives us a tremendous help in our damage reduction, which right now is 6%, but we can get it to 42%. It does, however, restrict our movement a little bit, but I'd say it was worth it if it actually blocks that much damage. Next up, let's see who's down here. There should be a map, right? There's got to be a map for this. It's that one. So down there we've got, I don't know who that is. That's probably the bog, though, I'm guessing. Let's go down there. Let's go talk to the witch and see if she's got any ideas. I'm not above using poison to defend my honor. There she is.
Why are you here?
The witch's apprentice is tending the candles around an old tree. She stands when she sees you, squinting through damp locks of raven black hair that droop in front of her face. I'm here to see Hulda. The girl fidgets with the candle in her hand, picking at the wax with a long nail. Are you sure? Today isn't one of her good days. Well, what do you mean by that? Some days she's all there, other days her mind travels. No telling where she went today, but it must be far away. Has she been this way for long? Long enough that I'm used to it. It's gotten worse lately, though. That must have been hard on you. Let's try to sympathize. I'll ask her to come out. She's not willing to really get into that old friendly stuff, huh? Alright, give me that witch. Oh, wait, where are you going? Oh, so I guess she must live here, then. It's not a bad place to live, right?
Visitors, Hulda? It's the Thane. Come out and say hello.
Hello, witch. The old witch emerges from her burrow, supported by her brooding apprentice. Her knees shake with each slow step, and she wears an expression of deep concern. She stops a few yards outside the hut and blinks at you confused. What are you doing home so soon? Did you decide not to go? I haven't gone anywhere. She takes an unsteady step forward. I made an offering to Thor when you left, and that same night he struck the big willow with a thunderbolt. He brought you back safely, just as he showed me that he would. This is fine. The son of Helgi and Astrid. Do you remember him? The old witch blinks again. She looks at Ruskva for a long moment, as though searching for something in the girl's eyes. Then she shakes her head, annoyed. Of course I remember. Don't give me that look, like I wouldn't remember. Her attention turns back to you, but her voice is an impatient bark now. Why are you here? I need help with a duel. She holds up a hand, one long, dirty freight nail pointed straight at you. I told you that you would need the mixture, but you wouldn't take it. Hold up. Quiet, girl. For a long moment, nobody speaks. Hulda's eyes bore into you long past the point of discomfort, then they seem to glaze over. I was hoping you could help me. Of course I'll help you. I always do what I can for you. Last time I gave a good fat rabbit to Thor, that he might watch over you on your journey. That very night, the big willow was struck by a thunderbolt. You already said that, Hulda. Don't lie, useless cow. I know what I said. I'm not an idiot. You're not well today. Your memory... Get out of here. Go. I don't want to see you here again. Don't you ever come back here, you lying goat. Ruskva sighs, defeated, and walks away. On her way past you, she pauses and mumbles so only you can hear. That's the third time today she's banished me forever. She'll call me back when she wets her bed again. Hulda stares after her apprentice through narrow eyes as she leaves. You shouldn't talk to her that way. She's out to make me look like an imbecile so she can be the new witch. Don't listen to a word she says. There's nothing wrong with me. But she was right. You told the same story twice. Don't you dare. I know what I said. Just tell me what you want so I can be rid of you. I need a poison to weaken a man in combat. I offered you a poison. You wouldn't take it. It's gone now. It doesn't keep that long. I have to make a new batch. It'll take at least 2 days. Well, I think we're done here. I hope you get well. Holy shouts after you as you leave. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just that evil girl. Fine, get out of here, and don't you ever come back. Well, that didn't really... Oh, we can talk to the apprentice again, though. Ruskva's voice is a timid mumble when you find her again. I'm sorry I had to see her this way. She's just having a bad day. You have nothing to apologize for. It's kind of you to say that, but I grieve for Hulda. She's a wise woman, with a lifetime of knowledge of the plants, the gods, and the spirits. I hate to see her mind unravel like this. If you'd caught her on a better day, I know she could have helped with your duel. How much of that knowledge did she pass on to you? Hulda has taught me a lot of herbs and mushrooms, of how to make pain go away, or how to cause it. She sticks an arm deep into her knapsack and pulls out a small jar. It's a powder. If he ingests this in the morning, he'll barely be able to stand at noon. How will I get him to eat it? I'll bring him a concoction and tell him it'll make him stronger and ensure the gods will favor him tomorrow. Thank you. I will find a way to return this favor. I know you will. That's so nice of her. Alright. It feels kind of evil, though, to use poison, but... You know, if you're a good thing, you gotta use every trick at your disposal. Even if it means being dirty. Or, well, acting dirty, not being dirty. You wanna be clean if you're a Thane. Alright, we're getting some iron and stuff. Bunch of herbs. Okay, that one actually looked promising, but it's empty. Alright. Well, last but not least, let's talk to the Huntress. See if we can set a trap for the guy. There you are, Sigrid. Sigrid is the clan's best hunter and is married to the other full-time hunter, Lyot. She bows her head respectfully as you approach her. I don't know what that says. I witnessed Asliv's challenge. Is there anything I can do to help? Are you on my side in this dispute? Asliv is a good man, honorable and dutiful. His family is always fair in their dealings. But your father was lax in his rule, and I admired that. He may not have built a strong and fearsome clan, but he respected us and put great trust in us all. I hope you'll continue that legacy, and I know Asliv certainly wouldn't. Astrid suggested you might know of a few tricks to aid me, or is it possible to trap a man? Right, do you know any tricks? Tricks? Perhaps there is one thing I can do. Your uncle Grimulf told me a story once. He was with Helgi and Gaetland to fight for Sigurd, blah blah, and he was tasked to ambush a group of mercenaries ready to reinforce the enemy. According to Grimulf, your father wanted to split up the riders with a surprise attack, so he had the idea of suspending a strong net above the path and running the rope across the ground concealed by branches. When the first horse stepped onto the rope, it came loose and dropped the net down onto the rider, tangling him up and causing him to follow the horse. That's actually pretty ingenious. Can you do it? It hinges on whether he expects a trap and how well it's hidden. I know how to hide a trap well enough from anyone. Well, let's try it. Good, I'll start preparing. The worst thing that can happen is that you have to fight him like normal. So we got everything set up. We got some better armor, we got some poison, and we got a trap set for the right moment. Where am I going? This should be the Great Hall. Let us end our feast. We've talked with everyone. We have taken every precaution that we could possibly take. I think we're ready to do this. Okay, we could still talk to Ragnhild. Looks like you have your work cut out for you. You should take care to bring your clan in line before the Althing, or your standing will be weak. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. Skule. That was a nasty attack, my boy, but don't be too distraught. You handled it as well as anyone could have. Just a shame your father's funeral should be marked by such a thing. Well, that was rousing. What a bunch of cowardly cesspool hogs to come at you during a funeral. But as they say, it's not a good feast until there's a fight. Well, alright. I'm just gonna go to bed and end the feast. Yes, end the feast. We've spoken with everyone. We've done literally everything that we could possibly do to prepare. I think we're good. I mean, I would have liked to get a better weapon as well. But apparently that's not, really possible. You come to the prosaically named Holmgang Island on the following day, rowing one of the clan's small boats in the company of Nefja and Ketil. Sigrid and Liot greet you there, having come out in advance to set the stakes that define the arena. The huntress points to a small patch of branches on the ground. I fastened the rope over there. The log is well concealed among the branches overhead, but try to keep Asliv's attention on you when he comes. If he comes, perhaps he's already there. Perhaps he thought better of it and decided to stay home. Or perhaps Thor will happen to drop Mjolnir from the sky and coincidentally crush Asliv's boat on the way here. Oh, he'd better show up, or I will row back and haul him out here myself. They're all like pretty decent options. I hope he does forfeit. I don't want to fight a clansman. Sure. Don't be like that. He challenged your honor. It's your duty to face him in this duel. Your challenger arrives a short time later, accompanied by 2 other young men from his side of the family, the same companions he sat with at your feast. Hey, Aslife, what's up? He looks dizzy and weary. He has dark rings under his eyes. He doesn't even look at you as he walks into the ring. His voice is a hoarse bark. I'm here to fight you, as agreed. Are you ready? Nefja addresses you, but keeps her eyes on Aslife as she speaks. It's fine. I volunteer to fight in your place. Your offer humbles me, but this is my fight? No, I'm looking forward to teaching him a lesson, or I trust you with my honor, make me proud. I feel like that would make us look very weak, though. I'm actually really curious to see what happens if you let her fight for you, but we gotta do it ourselves. I understand. Good luck's fine. You walk into the ring opposite Aslife, and Sigrid motions to your opponent. As the challenger in this dispute, it falls on you to recite the rules of the duel. He clears his throat and impatiently recites the clan's traditional rules for single combat. I, Aslife, son of Grimvard, have challenged Svein of Helgi for the right to rule our clan. The winner shall sit as Thane of Skjern and reside in its longhouse. He shall receive no other award beyond this. Should he survive, he who is defeated may swear fealty to the winner, or his life is forfeit. If either of us falls in the duel, their bodies shall be buried here. All weapons are permitted. The duel will end when either warrior is dead or incapable of continuing the fight. As the challenge, the first strike is yours to make. Here we go. So, where is the trap? It's right here, actually. So all we really have to do is just hit him from here. He's already poisoned too, and he's going to walk right into that trap, and he'll be in trouble. Right, so let's just do that. Critical hit, and end our turn. Okay, well, he walked right into that trap, so boom. That's the first round done with. You'd think it would already be over, but there are some rounds to this. You've been keeping your skills sharp, even without your father around to train you. I could beat you blindfolded with both hands tied behind my back. Sure. Just like Helgi, disrespectful even in the face of a challenge against your honor. You got lucky the first time. Come again then, if you find me to be such a pushover. Okay, here we go. So we could charge him, actually. It's too far away. Perhaps we'll just wait. Seems like a decent idea. Step back a bit, end our turn. Oh, he can move way further than I thought he would be able to. Alright. That could be bad. Stab him then. I'm just hoping that he won't be able to do as much damage as I can do to him. Oh, nope, definitely not. Alright. So that was, you know, incredibly easy. Second round is over. His second shield crumbles of the grip. Dismayed, he heads back to the boat to fetch his last shield. You are nearly as good as Helgi. If you should win this, I hope you'll be a better Thane. Okay. I hope to serve with you as my huscarl. My honor bids me to, and if I should win, you may serve as mine. Tell me, how do you plan to govern us? Oh man. I guess we gotta like get our alliances back in check. Perhaps you're right. Skill's great advantage is that he holds favor with King Sigurd. We'll need allies of our own if we hope to defeat him. But enough talk, let's finish this. I wish I could just charge him though, that would be so nice. Alright, let's walk back as far as we can. And then use our damage reduction shout. And then we wait. Can we charge him? No, he's way too close again. He just runs right up into my face. Which is actually not a bad idea considering I use a spear. But he doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm guessing that is the poison at work there. He's got 1 health remaining. Let's do this. Not even close, man. That's kind of an anti-climax. I was hoping that he would be a lot stronger than this. But that was actually incredibly easy. I'm guessing maybe it's the armor helping too. Oh, there we go. End of the duel. Your challenger struggles to get back on his feet, but he leaves his weapon in the mud. In the end, he settles for just sitting on his knees before you, his head hung in a signal of defeat. You got her to poison me, didn't you? This disease was all you're doing. And a trick with a net. How could I miss that rope? I've never seen such a trap used in a fight. I don't appreciate such trickery, but I can't deny their effectiveness. Though I would prefer to bow to a man who could defeat me fairly. I am at your mercy. If you accept my surrender, I pledge myself to your service. So we can either accept, we can exile him, or we can kill him. Obviously, we're going to accept. We're going to need strong allies. Some unusual mixture of sadness and relief washes over him. He holds your gaze for a long moment, then he seems to get back some of the energy the duel took out of him, and he stands. You show me a great honor. I hope my challenge won't linger in the air between us. I want you to know you can depend on me from now on, fully. Keto extends his hand to Aslife, who shakes it hesitantly. Glad to have you with us, you big lug. You put up a good fight. I'll be glad to have you on our side. Nefja reluctantly shakes his hand as well. You were a fool to challenge Svein, but I hope you learnt your lesson now. I too am glad to have you with us. There we go, and then we can row back to the homestead. He has joined our herd. So we now have ourselves, Ketil, Aslife, and Nefja. She's got amazing finesse. This guy's got amazing perception, and he's just kind of well balanced with some good strength. We also have a lot of points that we could actually use to increase a skill. Smack. Okay, so it increases your spear damage, and it allows you to smack someone, which will make them concussed, lowering their resistance and endurance, and also they'll take a step back. Could be good, but we might also want to save up our points. We'll look at that next time. Yeah. Keto and Nefia have got some available skill points as well. So we'll deal with that when we get back, I guess. Okay, I can't read that. He was a fool to challenge you. It was gracious of Aslife to pledge himself to you, and sensible of you to spare him. He's a strong warrior, and he'll serve you well. There we go. All right, no items to loot. All right, actually, guys, I'm going to leave it here for now. In the next part, we're going to roll back to the homestead, and we'll deal with our skill points and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.